guys, a long time no see. I'm sorry I've been gone for a few months, but I had a lot of trouble with my laptop and editing, and my camera just wouldn't connect with my laptop, and I couldn't get the two to communicate and actually, you know, sync them together so that I had all of the footage that I recorded. Therefore, I couldn't upload it to the YouTube. But I am back now. This one is a video that quite a few have been looking forward to, and it is my everyday makeup routine. And I wouldn't really say it's an everyday, it's just one that I go for when I know that I need to do my makeup in 10-15 minutes because it's quick and it's easy and there's not much fussing around with it. Obviously this video is going to be longer than what it actually takes me because I talk you through the products that I'm using, but I hope you enjoy it. It's this look that I'm wearing today, so it's very natural. I've just put a bit of blush on and I've got a very neutral colour on my eyes and my lips. And yes, this is what I will wear every day, as I said, when I'm just popping out the house or if I'm going for like a lunch or an interview or something, this is what I wear. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It is my first makeup video, so I hope you guys are okay with it. I'm not a makeup artist, just putting that out there like everyone. This is literally just how I do my makeup. So hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully it's not too long, and hopefully everything's in focus where it should be. So let's get into it. The first step in my makeup routine, I always put a lip balm on before I do anything. You can choose any lip balm you like. I, at the moment, have been loving the Lush Honey Trap lip balm. I think I may have mentioned this in a favourites, but it is really, really nice, and it smells like white chocolate and tastes like white chocolate. So after my lip balm, I obviously go in with my primer. I am going to go in with my Kiehl's Micr-Blur Skin Perfector. This has also been in a favourite and I have a blog post on it, so I'll link that down below in the description. Everything in this video will be in the description, the colours, the names, everything, links, whatever, in the description bar below. So I always use the Kiehl's Micr-Blur Skin Perfecting Primer. I find it does a really, really good job at hiding the pores, and although I'm not too oily, well actually I'm not oily at all, I'm very dry at the moment, but I do find it gives a nice little base to work with, and it smells really refreshing and it helps your skin over time. So I did stop using it when these came to play because I thought maybe it would aggravate them, but actually it does help them and it makes them a little less painful. Next is obviously foundation. You can choose whatever you like. I am using this little tester size of the MAC Studio Fluid. It's a MAC one. I like it. It's full coverage and it's an NW10. I'm definitely going to purchase the full size. This is like my third tester pot of it. I obviously like it. So yes, I go in with this, and because it is quite full coverage, I don't use a lot. I know some people use quite a lot, but I really don't know if MAC is a great thing to put on my face when it feels like this. Sorry if I'm looking down, my mirror is down here. So yes, this is good, isn't it? What a great way to cover spots, just like that. There you go. Done for the day, your spots are covered and you are ready to rock and roll. So brace yourselves, I am going to bring you closer to the face. Why hello there, aren't you close? Yes, I'm using my, what is it? It is my ZOEVA Silk Finish 102 Silk Finish brush. It looks like this. It is absolutely stunning. I love how it's kind of dense but not too dense, and I just love the finish that it gives. It gives a really nice natural finish, and it is really great with all of my foundations, which I love because I hate having to change brushes with different foundations. So I go in with this and I buff it into my skin. So after my foundation's buffed in, as you can see, it has covered the majority of it, but I don't think anything is really going to cover this. I've even been struggling to cover the scars because they're so dark, but I am on the market to try and find something that will completely, maybe completely get rid of it, hopefully get rid of it. So that is what I do. Next I go in with my eyebrows. Eyebrow time. It is always exciting in my household because I have one eyebrow, one maybe half eyebrow that doesn't know what it is supposed to be. But I use the Anastasia Brow Wiz pencil in Taupe or Taupe, however you pronounce it. And this was originally ash blonde, so it's ash blonde / taupe. But I love this colour match. If you look back on a few videos, I was explaining how I was having to fill in my brows a lot darker than they were to try and get the fullness of them. Now that they are almost full, bar the few patches I have, I can now just fill it in quite heavily with this. And they are going to look unnatural on camera, guys. I see this with every person who records a makeup tutorial. They always look really heavy, but I promise you in real life they look like normal, well-defined eyebrows if I do them properly. Otherwise they literally look like a 5-year-old's drawn them on. But yes, on with the Anastasia. That is one brow done. Hopefully you can see the difference. I know it looks very stark at the moment. I do promise you that the taupe shade is a really nice ashy colour, and I'd really recommend it for light hair, all the way probably to like a chestnut brown. It is such a gorgeous match for my skin tone, my eye colour, etc. And it looks a lot better when there is a whole load of makeup. Obviously, I will let you guys know if you have nice full brows or even a nice brow where you don't have patches, it will take you a lot less time to fill yours in, whereas mine takes me forever. I'm not a brow genius, I'm not a brow pro, I can't do it in 5 minutes, it takes me forever and a day. So hopefully you can bear with me. On to the other one because this looks really, really weird. Hopefully you can see the difference. No, they're probably not even. My eyebrows are nowhere near even, but they are better than being sparse. Plus, my fringe covers this eyebrow, so I guess that's a positive factor of this. Next I go in with my concealer. I use the NARS Radiant Creamy Concealer in Vanilla. I love this. I bought 2 of them when they came back in stock, and I haven't used it since. This has lasted me a long time. I've probably had this one 5-6 months, maybe even longer. And I just go in with my 142 Concealer Buffer Brush by ZOEVA as well. These were part of the Rose Golden Luxury Kit, and they are the best brush investment I have made. Seriously, I highly recommend them. So I use these 2 and I find the combination is really nice and really flawless. Can you see the difference that concealer makes? It is really good and it brightens the face up. I'm not sure if Vanilla is the best shade. Maybe I should have gone for the one lower, which is Chantilly, and I think that's their lightest. But Vanilla is a pretty... it's a great match for my skin tone in general, but if I wanted something like a highlighter or an eye brightener, even though this does a great job at brightening, literally flawlessly making them look really good, I probably would have gone with Chantilly. Now that I've done the concealing on my eye, I'm just going to go in and spot conceal the blemishes that I don't really want. I find that this isn't the fullest coverage. If I've got a normal blemish, it's fine, but because these are like 3 different layers of scarring and then there's spots underneath them, they're just too angry to cover at the moment, so I don't really bother trying to build up a lot of concealer on them. So after I've done my base and I'm happy with everything, I go in with my eyeshadow primer, and I use the Urban Decay Eyeshadow Primer Potion in Original. I love this stuff. I don't really have greasy eyelids or creasy eyelids. I do have hooded eyelids, just a tad. So sometimes if I use cream shadow or something, it can actually crease a little bit. But in general, my eyeshadow doesn't crease. I just use this for the longevity because I find it really, really helps prolong the wear of my eyeshadow during the day. And I don't know how, because it's not really that pigmented, but it does seem to cancel out or at least cover a little bit of the veins that I've got going on. As you saw, I went in with my concealer brush just around my eyes with any excess concealer I had, and just across the top of my brows because I'm very messy at applying them. I'm not that great with my brows at the moment. So eyeshadow wise, I still use my LORAC Pro Palette or my LORAC Pro Palette. I'm in love with it. I use it basically every day unless I'm using MAC or my bareMinerals shadows, and I go in with the shade Mauve. I find it just a very nice neutral colour. There's no shimmer in it. It's just matte and I really like the finish of it. For my eyeshadow, I'm using the 227 Luxe Soft Definer brush from ZOEVA as well. So it is that dirty because I literally just put all the mauve on it. So I'm going to take that and then work the eyeshadow in. I think it does bring out the green in my eyes, which I really like. And then I usually go in with cream, which is just the very neutral shade over here. I love this shade. And I go in with the 227 Soft Definer Vegan brush by ZOEVA. I love this one. It's very similar to obviously the 227 non-vegan one, but it is all synthetic bristles. I think it's Taclon. And as you can see, the size difference isn't really that different. But I do find that the vegan one is a little bit, not softer, but it is a bit better at actually blending out the colour if you want like a nice diffused blend. So as I said, I go in with cream and I just put that all over the lid and blend it out a little bit. On an everyday basis, that is what I do for my eyeshadow. I do sometimes go in with mauve just under the eyes, which I'll do today. And for that, I'm going to use the 230 Luxe pencil by ZOEVA as well. The reason I have so many ZOEVA brushes is because my mum lovingly bought me some for my birthday. So this one is tiny. As you can see, I have some brown on there already because I used it yesterday. But again, I'm just going to take mauve and a little bit of sable, which is right next to it. So here's mauve, and then a tiny bit of sable because sable is quite pigmented. So after that I go and I curl my eyelashes, and I use the Emite or the Emite eyelash curlers. We got them in a glossy box a while ago and I just really like them. I have eyeshadow all over my fingers. So I just go in and give my eyelashes a quick curl. And after I've curled my lashes, because just like with my brows, I am not great with eyeliner at all, I use my LORAC Pro palette or my LORAC Pro palette again, and I go in with Espresso, which is a really deeply pigmented espresso brown, a chocolate brown. So I sometimes use black if I have a shimmery eyeshadow on, or I use pewter or garnet from the LORAC Pro shades, then I use the black one. But because I've gone quite neutral, I'm just going to use a dark brown. And for this I use my 317 Wing Liner ZOEVA brush because I find that the actual bristles on this are a bit easier to use. So I really like this. I like, if you can see, it is quite a nice angle and it is really easy to just go in and do this because, as I said, I'm really bad with eyeliner. I don't get a straight line at all. And eyeshadow, in my opinion, is the best way to get a nice lined look without worrying about how much mess you're going to make. The next step is mascara, and I use the bareMinerals Lash Domination 10-in-1 Volumizing Mascara. I'm almost done with mine because I use it so much, but it is absolutely brilliant. So hopefully you can see the difference. Oh, I love this mascara so much. I really need to go get some more because I'm literally in the last of it. So next I'm going to add a bit more colour to my face, and for this I'm going to use the Clarins Colours of Brazil bronzer, which I bought this year. They bring out a new bronzer every year and this is just stunning. I've done a full blog post of this, so I'll link it down below. But I love the print, like the little Aztec print. And for this I'm just using my college blush brush when I went to college. It's an Alila one. It's really old. I need to replace it. But this is the one that I use just for the bronzer because I find it distributes the product really nicely. So I'm just going to put it over here, and I don't know if you can see, but it naturally finds this indentation in my face, which I like. I don't contour on an everyday basis because I'm not that great at it, so I think I'll leave it to the people who are good at it. So I literally just put this basically where you would contour, where the sun would hit your face, on my forehead because I have a huge forehead. And I would like to take away some attention from that. And then I literally bring it down in the shape of a 3 because that's what I've always been taught to do. And I literally put it down here. Can't really see that much colour on camera, but in real life you can see it. Then blush wise, I keep it quite neutral, not too dusty but not too red either. I really like the Dollface blush, and this is the Tarte one, the Amazonian Clay blush in Dollface, and it is just a beautiful dolly pink, and I think it's a really nice neutral colour. And with this I'm going to use my 127 Luxe Sheer Cheek from ZOEVA. Surprise, surprise. And this is a gorgeous blush brush. It distributes the product so nicely, whether you have a really pigmented blush or whether you have just one where you really need to swirl it around. So going in with Dollface, I just swirl the blush in there and then I tap off any excess. And then I concentrate my blush on the highest point of my cheek because I have a round face anyway. So I don't go and put it too much on my apples because I don't want to make my face look rounder. So I put it up here in the hopes that it lifts my cheekbones. But obviously I do still blend it out to the apples so that I don't have a harsh line. Hopefully you can see the difference. So you see where a lot of people would put their blush here, I put it up here and towards my temple, and it gives me that really nice streamline shape down here. Next is highlighter. I do this every day, I don't know why. I use my theBalm Mary-Lou Manizer highlighter. It is the most gorgeous highlighter I have. It works the best. You need the tiniest amount. I've had mine for probably about a year now, and I've literally only made that little indent there in the centre. But I just love this. It gives the most gorgeous look. So I'm using my Real Techniques contour brush, and I dip, if you can see there, I dip the edge in just the tiniest amount, and then I put that just above my cheekbones, but not under the eyes because I don't want to draw any attention to those. So just over here, and hopefully if I come closer, hopefully you can see the nice line it is. It's a beautiful highlight, and I just run the excess down my nose and just on my cupid's bow to try and lighten that scar up again, as I said. Now that my everyday day face is complete, I go in with whatever lipstick I want to wear for the day, whether that is a red, a purple, a pink. My lips are quite naturally pigmented anyway, so today I'm just going to use a neutral colour, and I'm going to use MAC's Peach Blossom. I've got a review on this as well. Again, everything will be in the description, but this is just a stunning, beautiful peachy pink shade. It doesn't really translate too much on the lips, and that's what I love about it because it just ties all the colours in on my face. Hopefully you can see how neutral that is. This video is very long because I'm not too good at filming makeup videos, but this is my first one. We will grow together, people. Let me know what you would like to see in upcoming videos. Hopefully the video quality and the lighting will be better, as I have recently got a MacBook. So I'm so excited because the editing software I was using, as you know, I had trouble with. So that's why I've been gone for 3 months. I'm really sorry. But I've got a MacBook. It's just me trying to figure out how to use it because it's so confusing. But yes, I have one of those now. So I hope my video qualities will be a lot better for you and the editing will be not so jolty or pixelated. But this is my everyday look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Now I'm off to do my hair because this needs some sorting out. Get those baby hairs up there. On an everyday basis, if I'm just kicking around at home, I won't use this, but if I'm going out or I'm going to a lunch or I'm going to, I don't know, an interview, then I will use the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I love this stuff. I have only started using it in the last few months, and it comes with like 2 caps on it. So I rip that off and then I hold it back. I do love the smell of this. Some people said it's quite strong, but I love it. And then I just spray my face. And then they say tea, but I just dance in the mist. dance in the mist, baby. It's all good. And I love how quickly this dries, and it just, if you have a dry face like I do, sometimes my foundation can look a little bit drier on my skin, and I find that putting a setting spray on like the Urban Decay one or the Body Shop Vitamin E one really helps just, you know, paste it down and make it look not so dry, should I say. But yes, that's it from me today, guys. I'm so glad to be back. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave me your comments down below and I will reply to them. And I hope you enjoyed this look. But while we are at this angle, I will show you the whole finished face. But yes, that's everything from me, guys. I hope you have a great holiday, great festive season, and I will see you soon.